Today we're going to talk about the STI Staccato C2 or C square, as I like to call it. I think this is probably one of the best or the best concealed carry handgun out there right now. It's an amazing gun. I was able to have this one for a few days and review it, and I would like to tell you a little more about it. So this thing came out, I believe, started releasing this year, announced on the SHOT Show, I believe either last year or this year, I don't remember for sure. It's made by STI, which is a company in the US, specifically based in Texas, I believe. The STI Staccato C2 is a 2011, which is a double stack 1911. I like STI products. I had the chance to go to an STI day a few years ago where I shot the STI Staccato P and the Staccato XL, which were a longer version of this one. So this is a Staccato C2. You can call this a subcompact. It's quite short. You could conceal carry this handgun. It's very nice. It shoots very nice. It makes an average shooter feel like an expert. I compare this in terms of accuracy to my Wilson Combat Brigadier Vertec, which shoots very nice as well. However, this one is more compact gun based on the frame of a full-size Beretta 92G FS, if I don't mistake. So as you can see, the Beretta is much larger than the Wilson Combat. However, the ability to have the same amount of accuracy and precision from this small subcompact package, it's what amazes me. I go to the range, and I'm not an expert shooter. I like to practice, I like to train, but I'm not a marksman. I'm able to shoot though the same bullet into the same hole at least 3 times consistently. So I found that very amazing. I do the kind of the same with the Brigadier, and this one it does the same thing. For a subcompact format, it's very accurate, very easy to shoot. It will make you feel like you're an expert, even though you all need more practice. So 2011, which is 1911 double stack, it shoots 9mm round. It has a 3.9-inch barrel, bull barrel, so the barrel is quite thick, larger, if you can see here. I don't know if it's kind of detailed. If you look at this gun, comparing to my STI 1911 Spartan 9mm, the barrel is much thinner than this one. So the bull barrel, I think it's also one of the reasons why it's so accurate. It gives you more weight, more recoil management. However, the gun is still very light. I believe it weighs 25 ounces. I need to confirm that fact, but it's a very light platform. So the finish is what STI call DLC, diamond light carbon. It's kind of a matte black, gray, shadow gray finish, which I like. It's got an aluminum frame on top, and then polyester resin grips. The texture of the grip, the serrations is really what I like about this gun are the serrations. They are sharp, but they're not brutally aggressive. You can, dual serration front and rear for press checking. But the main thing is when I pick up this gun, it's as if it was custom made for my hand. So depending on your hand size, I believe it's the size of the grip and the bottom part and that little beveling and the magazine level here. I feel like something is supporting my hand on top and at the bottom. And since it's a 1911 frame, your thumb resting on the dual ambidextrous safety, it feels really good. It really feels good when you hold this handgun. So that allows you to, when you present it, to be very comfortable, very stable, which I think leads to better accuracy. if you were wondering, for those who carry conceal, you can walk around with a 50 round box on your person, because the Staccato C2 comes with 3 16 round magazines. That's 48 rounds available, 2 rounds less than a full box of 9mm ammunition, because this was in 9mm. So imagine if you were to carry this with a magazine, 2 backup magazine on your person, that's 48 rounds. Hopefully nobody ever needs to use that as a defensive weapon. It's got a 4-pound trigger. See if you can see. Quite crisp. As I mentioned, front fiber optic sight in the front, Dawson charger sight in the rear. So it looks like, and I'll try to do a close-up. Diamond like carbon finish, which is a black dark matte frame looking polyester grip. I believe STI called this grip the 2011 G2 grip officer length, so about 5 inches or below, I believe, 5 inches or so. What else about this gun? It's quite expensive. This is a $2,000 gun, which I think it's a lot of money, but once you start shooting it, you don't regret it. It comes with 3 magazines, 3 16 round magazines, and it's quite plenty powerful. Compared to the Wilson Combat, Brigadier, which is about $1,500, I think this gun could have been about the same price range, and I wish they had night sight optics. 28 ounce, 25 ounce weight. It measured about 7.5 inch long, I think, overall, and about I want to say 5.4 inch high. Compact, very subcompact size, very easy to conceal carry. It really feels good to shoot this gun. I mean, when you present it right there on target, with the balance, the weight, and everything else, very good recoil management. I haven't had much trouble shooting this accurately. When I compare the STI to my 1911, this one, it feels the same. Although I've had this one for many years, it's broken in a little bit, very smooth action, but overall, the nature of the gun stayed the same. The 2011 with a double stack gives you a lot of capacity. I mean, I really like this gun. Very stable, very nice. I took it to the range and shot a few rounds on it. Hopefully I can get some footage in this video. If not, I will have another video just for us shooting this at the range. Very balanced. It's not overwhelming. Even in single lane action, it's pretty good. So it's always a good thing to practice your non-dominating shooting hands. But even if I shoot one-handed, it's quite accurate, quite balanced. Of course, it's all about your grip and your practice, but very good gun. Why is it called a C2? I believe C2 is because of the double stack, dual-sided stack magazine. There's a Staccato C that has an 8 round magazine. There's a Staccato C2 Duo, which is optics ready. It has a fiber optic, it has a red dot. I believe they use 6R Romeo 0. It has a red dot mounted on the top, and then you can have a C2 Duo where it's double stack and a red dot and the fiber red dot, yes, red dot on top. So STI has a Staccato C, C2, a Duo, a C Duo, a C2 Duo, And then you have a Staccato P, which is a more of a full size. You have a Staccato XL, which is a long barrel, 5-inch barrel, the longest I believe. And then you have Staccato P, PGO, and so on and so forth. Most of them have a 4-pound trigger, at the exception of the Staccato XL and the Staccato R, which I think have a 2.5-pound trigger. I like this trigger because it's 4 pounds. I believe is very good for my taste. I don't like when the trigger is overly smooth, overly soft, because I feel like sometimes it can get away from you and you can do a misfire. Again, it's all about practice. I know everybody is different. But if I try a gun or I switch from a gun to another, I don't want to trigger extremely smooth unless I'm shooting competitive matches or I train consistently with the trigger, with those guns. It's just a great combination, really. You know, concealed carry, not too big, not too small, very manageable. For other subcompact guns like this, sometimes you sacrifice a little bit in the balance, the weight, or the ability to control the gun because it's too short, too small, because it's a small frame. Sometimes they're too light. I think this weight is perfect. It doesn't feel heavy. It's not as light as the P365, for example, from 6R. It's bigger, but for the capacity of the round and the accuracy, again, it's hard to beat. I don't know what else to say about this gun. It's a great shooter, right? It shoots like my Wilson Combat Brigadier, Vertec Brigadier, which is a bigger gun, but they kind of have the same, they feel the same to me, but the size is a big difference. There are a few elements on the guns that are different. We will do a review on this one later on. But for a subcompact to have this kind of accuracy and precision, it's amazing. So who would get this gun? I think if you like the 1911 operations, if you like the 1911 manual of arms, the way they feel, the way they operate, the way you operate them and the way they operate, but you want a larger magazine capacity, a lot of rounds, that's why you will get a 2011. So far, all the rounds I've shot from it, not a single jam, not a single failure, and I don't think the owner had either. Very good gun. I mean, it's not about the money. It's just about the way it feels when I operate this or when I hold it. It just feels right for my hand, especially. Perhaps different people not have the same experience, but it feels like it was hand molded by the gods just for me. But will I buy one? I don't know. $2,000 is a lot of money. I looked and I almost came close to buying a Staccato P because I typically tend to I like compact. I don't necessarily carry this. This is still a little bit big for me to carry. I rather like the size of a P365 XL just because it gets really hot here in Texas, and I rather have something lighter. But I will carry this for sure. I'll just have to change a little bit of my dress code. But it's $2,000. That's a lot of money. And if you have priorities in life, always remember your priorities. For the sportsmanship, the range time, training, doing some matches, I think this will be a great contender. I mean, I really believe this will handle almost any kind of situations. I think STI makes a lot of tools for professionals, law enforcement, military, police, and all those guys. So this was meant to be a good tool, tough, reliable, accurate, to kind of do the job right. So if you are just an avid shooter, this will be a great gun to shoot with. I'll try to incorporate some range time with the Staccato C2, either in this video or another one. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed it. I was fortunate to have this gun for a few days, shoot a few rounds through it, review it. I went Staccato C2, very good gun. I really believe when they say the best handgun in the world, that most likely this could be in a carry concealed format in terms of capacity, reliability, modern, and operations, and accuracy for sure. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends. If you can get more subscribers, the better. I will continue to get cool guns to show you, review, and hopefully next time we'll have something even better. Until then, social distancing, stay safe, enjoy yourself, and talk to you next time.